Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Friedrich Nietzsche. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel and become one of the highly intelligent group on YouTube. Thank you very much. Shalom ubracha to you guys. It will not be an ordinary video. I will tell you why. See, YouTube is a platform to express your views and thoughts, and accordingly I have the right to do so. My thoughts were burning me down and I want to talk about it so much and read the comments what other people think about it. And we will talk about family and the marriage, and why we should not get married and have kids. Since a lot of people are very predictable, and if this video will get some attention, I know that people will feed me with shitloads of negative comments and dislikes, but I'm ready for that. Now, serious note, I will be speaking in general. Please do not take it personal, but in case you do, I don't give a shit. Marriage is one of the most disgusting and useless shit that people tend to cultivate. And my hate mostly goes not to the young couples, but to the grown-ass people that are getting married and raising kids. Now, I will try to form and structure my thoughts in the proper way so you will get my point. I formed a hard side towards the family values when I broke up with my girlfriend, and later on paying attention to all those young couples who has to go through shitloads of problems, responsibilities, fights, stress, mental breakdowns, and so on. At the young age especially. They fall in love, having their first kiss by the lake, promising to be there for each other in happiness and sadness, and months later she poops on your bed. But about 85% of them are end up fighting, cheating, lying, ignoring, and what's not. And as the time goes by, my point is proven more and more. I realize how valuable human life is, and it's time. But people tend to like to add challenges to their life. It's like people like to struggle. People make limitations for themselves. They like to make everything more complicated. Alright, I used to rent a place in Burnaby. Now at this point I realized how expensive it is to be independent. The place was quite cramped but good enough for me. So I was paying about $1,200 a month. It was clean and renovated apartment. Utilities were about $200 and the food for a month was about $500. Now, in total living all by myself, it was around $2,000 for my expenses overall. But when you're getting married, oh man, the hell comes a lot sooner than expected. You don't just add another human into your life. It is superhuman that gives you expenses that your bank account is not ready for. Since we all raised in a society where we pay for a girl, for the dinner, for the phone, for her shopping, for the entertainment. And if you're gonna split the bill, people will look at you as your greedy piece of shit. Just because a human being have a vagina in between her legs, men spend all of their money to show how responsible and mighty they are. Men can and have to be this way. This is the way we're raised. It is how the society is functioning. You and I are civilized people, right? We live according to the normal family social standards. Daddy, mommy, baby, we are family. Fuck this shit. Then I thought to myself, how come people are not afraid to drive themselves into debts and hard labor jobs, working double shift for the sake of the family, raising a child? This child will be exploited by the government. If you don't call this slavery, then I don't know what slavery is. I honestly don't believe that someone is enjoying this type of life, where you don't realize your full potential, your time for the joy and fun, for yourself, but have to deal with daily routine and angry cunt that will yell at you every time you do something wrong or if you forget something, or even worse, the baby. Jesus, this little monster who shit himself, crying 24/7 and farting. Yes, tell me how amazing it is to have a kid. You're just lying to yourself because nobody enjoyed this. No one. And the statistics are just proving my point because the number of the divorces have jumped tremendously over the current decade. Because most of the young couples are mentally and financially are exhausted, spending more money than you can afford on a baby, or waking up in the middle of the night because of this tiny banga janga. Never ever in my life. And this is just the beginning. The more your kid is growing, the more money you gotta spend. And if you disagree with me, I wish you to have a happy married life with a child, and so you will find it out on your own. And you will want to spoil your child, buy an iPhone, a MacBook, clothes, paying for his education, medication, and so much more. And the funniest part is when she or he will grow up, they will hate you because they will be raised by the society, their surroundings, the internet, friends, their idols. You will lose your status as someone who makes a difference on your child's action and behavior. If you're lucky enough, that's how it will be. But there are more cases, like if your child will get sick, or start hanging out with a bad company, or will get hit by a car, or will start using drugs, and so on. Our system is arranged by someone. We're instilling the cult of the family, and although stereotype with a proudly courageous father holds the child and mother happy family on the cereal front box. The government is cultivating and dictating what is good and right for the people. They show us that this is how things supposed to be, but why do they do that? To produce slaves and units that will ensure the life of the state. People are government's mechanism. They do the job. In another word, they will carry a semi-automatic rifle and fly over to any location of the world to destroy people with the different views. And the government needs a production machine of those who will join the forces. Females. Females are a lot more valuable for the system because they can produce people. They can produce this mechanism, but males cannot. This is why men are joining the army and helpless females will not. I want all these feminists who fight for the equal rights with men to be deployed somewhere in Iraq to feel what it is to be a man. And I promise you, they will hate the day when all this feminist movement has started. And these kids whom you love so much, who you adore so much, will not be the same person in 13 to 15 years from now. They tend to grow up. He may end up being a criminal, junkie, or loot the stores like so many people do today. All these people who are looting and rioting today, all these people used to be cute little babies long time ago. We were taught to love the family values and babies and God. And whomever doesn't like it is a moral heartless bastard. So this is it for today, my dear baby family lovers. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.